At the helm of the 2026 Grammy Awards, comedian and host Trevor Noah took the stage with his signature wit, ready to entertain the star-studded audience with jokes that poked fun at celebrities, politics, and everything in between. Hosting such a prestigious event comes with the territory of pushing boundaries, and Noah did just that with a particularly pointed quip aimed at former President Donald Trump. The joke cleverly tied together Trump's past political ambitions, a notorious scandal, and a dash of absurdity for good measure. Specifically, while introducing the category for Song of the Year, Noah quipped, "Song of the Year? That is a Grammy that every artist wants almost as much as Trump wants Greenland, which makes sense because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton." The line drew a mix of laughter and gasps from the crowd, as it directly referenced Jeffrey Epstein's infamous private island, a place shrouded in controversy due to its associations with high-profile figures and allegations of illicit activities. To unpack this joke, it's essential to recall the context it draws upon. Jeffrey Epstein was a financier whose name became synonymous with scandal after revelations about his involvement in sex trafficking and exploitation. His private island, Little St. James, was dubbed Epstein's Island in the media and became a symbol of the dark underbelly of elite circles. Epstein's connections to powerful individuals, including politicians like Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, have been well documented, though both have denied any wrongdoing related to his crimes. Trump's mention of wanting to buy Greenland, a real proposal he made during his presidency, served as the setup for Noah's punchline, linking it humorously to the loss of Epstein's Island as a supposed hangout spot. The inclusion of Clinton added another layer, referencing the long-standing rumors and documented flights Clinton took on Epstein's plane. Noah's delivery was sharp, using satire to comment on the absurdities of power and scandal without outright accusing anyone, but it was enough to ignite a firestorm. Not one to let such a jab go unanswered, Donald Trump quickly fired back via his preferred platform Truth Social. In a post that embodied his characteristic combative style, Trump vehemently denied any ties to Epstein's Island, asserting that he had never set foot there and had no involvement in Epstein's nefarious activities. He escalated the response by threatening legal action against Noah, labeling it as defamation and vowing to sue for what he perceived as a malicious attack on his character. Trump's language was unfiltered and harsh, calling Noah a total loser, and describing him as pathetic, talentless, dope. This wasn't just a personal retort. Trump extended his criticism to the Grammys as a whole, dismissing the awards show as irrelevant and biased, and he didn't spare CBS, the network broadcasting the event, accusing it of complicity in spreading falsehoods. This exchange highlights the intersection of entertainment, politics, and media in today's polarized landscape. Comedy hosts like Noah often use award shows as platforms to satirize public figures, a tradition that dates back to events like the White House Correspondents' Dinner or the Oscars. However, when the target is someone as litigious and vocal as Trump, the backlash can be swift and intense. Trump's threat of a lawsuit isn't unprecedented. He has a history of using legal avenues to combat what he sees as unfair media portrayals, though many such cases are dismissed or settled out of court. In this instance, the defamation claim would hinge on whether Noah's joke could be interpreted as a factual statement rather than protected satire. Under U.S. law, parody and humor enjoy broad First Amendment protections, especially when targeting public figures who must prove actual malice to succeed in defamation suits. Delving into Noah's background adds depth to why he might choose such material. Born in South Africa during apartheid, Noah has built a career on observational humor that often critiques power structures, inequality, and hypocrisy. His time as host of The Daily Show honed his skills in political satire, where he frequently lampooned Trump during his presidency. Hosting the Grammys for multiple years has given him a stage to blend music commentary with broader cultural jabs, and this Epstein reference fits neatly into that mold. It's a joke that plays on public knowledge. Epstein's scandals have been exhaustively covered in documentaries, books, and news reports, without introducing new allegations. Yet, in an era where misinformation spreads rapidly, even humorous takes can be weaponized. Trump's response, meanwhile, reflects his ongoing battle with the entertainment industry. Since leaving office, he has positioned himself as a victim of fake news and liberal bias, often using Truth Social to rally his base against perceived enemies. By calling out the Grammys and CBS, he's tapping into a narrative that these institutions are part of a larger conspiracy against him. This tactic not only defends his reputation but also energizes supporters who view such criticisms as attacks on their values. The timing during an awards show celebrating music and artistry underscores the cultural divide. One side sees it as harmless fun, the other as dangerous slander. The fallout from this incident could have ripple effects. For Noah, it might boost his profile as a fearless comedian, attracting fans who appreciate bold humor while alienating others. Awards shows like the Grammys thrive on memorable moments, and this joke could become a talking point for years. On the flip side, if Trump pursues legal action, it could set precedents for how satire is treated in court, potentially chilling free speech in comedy. Media outlets covering the story will dissect every angle, from the accuracy of the Epstein connections to the ethics of joking about serious topics like exploitation.